Tina. MMT Tina, good morning. This is Netflix chart, and I'm going to let you tell the other MMTs how you had bought the put based on everything that was going on over here. So go ahead and tell how you got your entry.
So we had a gap up at the entry, and I was thinking we would go lower from that price. So I was getting ready, having both sides, the call and the put open. And I watched the put because I was thinking it would just slide the bid. So I got the put at $8.
That's the low of the day. No, that's
the low of the day.
That's mastery level entry. Because they took all the premium out on the gap, right?
Yes.
And you did perfect. Continue on.
I had an entry of 5 options, and it hit me only for one option. Then I let it run for the big red bar, and then was waiting there a little bit, and then I went for the next red bar, but I stopped out that side because it was the close of the day, and I was thinking I would rather take the profits. Then I made another entry. However, the put options got very inflated, which means and because the execution, I had to be very quick on the execution. The puts were inflated, and I had to pay for the bid-ask spread, which brought me down to the low of the day. And my puts were a little bit in the money, very, very little bit in the money. But then just somewhere in the middle, I started buying the call a little bit before that, before the big low red bar. I started buying the call because it was getting ready to make a bottom. It's actually before the second red bar. It's the green bar with the 3. No, just go back. 1, 2, 3. Go back one more up. Yes, there. Yeah, I was getting ready to get the call there because it was kind of waiting there and just getting ready to pop up, and it made the green bar was higher than the previous bar's half bar. So I entered the call, but then it went down, and I exited the call, still let run my put, and then I entered the call again. It went everything by the book except for the bid-ask spread. So the only thing I need to improve on is the execution of the bid-ask spread in seconds, less than seconds. But otherwise, following the brain, it was a very good trade. It was the right entries, the right exits, the right positions to be on both sides when you are undecided or the market's undecided which way to go. And then exit the put or the call when it runs against you. So it was a good trade.
So being a market maker at SMF is to get wholesale here. You got wholesale there, then you were buying, and you got there, and you got wholesale down here. And that means that the value of the call went higher for your wholesale entry as you broke higher there. Just like right now, this is 970 by 1005. Just like right here, we had this little consolidation, and we've been elevating up, and you can see how that value goes, and that you can do this several times a day. Is that what you're feeling comfortable? And what I'm hearing from you is learning how to work the bid and ask entry. So 1010 by 965 is you pull up to 970 if you think it's going higher, and see if they'll throw off to you. When you're in a consolidation phase, you can work the bid and the ask. If you're in a breakout phase, you're going to have to raise your bid closer to the ask. Maybe you narrow that within, let's say, 15 cents. when it looks like it wants to break out. So there are different execution models, right, Tina, that you're going to perfect as far as the entry without paying. Because if you pay 20 cents higher and we're only consolidating like down here, that means that if there's a dollar move, you've given up 20 cents. You might only, your best part of the move might only be 80 pennies, possibly, by buying this spread, and buying that spread narrows the directional price action that you get here. You're taking away some of the price of your profits. So that, and it's still okay, but what happens with normal people or retail people is that they don't understand that, so they never have an exit out. And when you pay up the premium in a consolidation, you're taking 35 cents of your directional movement MMT debit out of the directional movement call and or put, doesn't matter. But and learning to work this bid and ask level between the buyer and the seller and the option, based on the greatest opportunity to do that is when we're consolidating within a teeny. That's the best time to learn that scale in feature, knowing that there's going to be another break higher in the equity. And you could, because that way you're going to get more dollar price spread to your debit spread. That's your profitability spread. And one thing about being a market maker is trading pennies long here and trading pennies long there, 240 put, all based on directional movements. So what I'm hearing from Tina is she got the entries, she got the exits, but now we're going to work on how to get this bid and ask spread and use the consolidation techniques to work the bid and ask here and or here at times. If we're consolidating at a top and we think it's going to go down, well, then we will do the same thing over here. We can narrow that, put 1070 here versus 11 and see if 1070 will throw off. See, 1070s came in. So you can always get closer to that side and work that and see if this side of the market's going to throw it off. And that's mastering the bid, the ask in the level 2 and working it based on the actual intraday trend. So I'm very happy with your entry discoveries and now the identity that you've come up with a working plan, as I'm hearing on this live entry videotape, is that now that's our next phase. Is that true?
That's true.
That's wonderful. And that goes for the rest of the MMTs, is to learn from every MMT. We master both equities here, the equities along with this market here.